Well, while y'all were watching the video last night, we were a little busy. She went out and checked calves and found a cow with pneumonia and a few calves.
Brent's cow.
Yeah. Ruby. She was panting twice as hard as the rest and a little bit raspy, so.
I thought she was going to pass out. She was standing in the water, which was cool.
They had quite a few cows that were panting. They were panting just as fast as the dogs were. So hopefully they are taken care of. And this morning, while it's not 90 plus degrees, Bam's group got done eating their grain and they are now on the other side of that wall down there cleaning up below the barn. Which of course has Dino over there. He just has to yell about it. Now we'll have to listen to him for a little bit.
No, I was about to get a hot shot because he was an asshole last night when I brought the cows up.
He had one cow he really wanted to breed last night, and she wouldn't stand right in the barn for him.
Do it in the barn where you just shit and you go to slide and damn
near. Yeah, little slick in there for that. But yeah, if he'd have gotten outside, he would have got the job done. But anyway.
That and you can't breed their face.
Oh, he was trying to get around to the backside. He just couldn't get there.
Down there when I was checking everyone, he was trying to breed her face and her side. They don't work. You have one hole that makes it work, and that was not it.
So, anyway, besides the lesson about the birds and the bees, and the flowers and the trees.
At least they're not like children these days, and you have to explain about all of the above.
Well, no, the new stuff they're trying to explain at school is it's the trees and the trees.
Yeah, no, it's still the birds and the bees. Just saying.
Anyway. Oh, that texted me back again, so. Thumbs up to what I sent him. Hernia boy here, he's still got a little pocket of fluid there by his sheath. He's been peeing good.
And dribbling.
There, in case you can't see him because I'm looking at the dark screen, but yeah, he's right there. Other side of mommy's ear. But every now and then Ty says he dribbles a little, and I got a feeling that little pocket of fluid, maybe it's just where it can't get out, and every once in a while a little seeps out, and then she sees him dribble. That's what I'm guessing. So anyway, texted the vet this morning. We've been back and forth a couple times, and basically we're just going to keep a close eye on him because he's been more than active enough. He's eating, everything's going good. So, if he suddenly gets a temperature and gets a little too lazy, well, then we'll have to intervene with something. But for now, that's what we're going to do, is just keep an eye on him. And hope to God it doesn't get as hot as I think it's going to get the next few days. They've changed it a little. They bumped today up a degree, and they bumped the next couple of days down a degree or two. But like yesterday, until we were at 93 here, they didn't decide that the high was going to be 91 until we were already 93 here. Other than that, it was supposed to be like 80, 81. So, And my phone app still shows chances of rain here and there for the next week, but we've had more chances in the last week and haven't had a drop. So I think we're into another, year number 5 of this crap where it's done raining and it ain't going to do it anymore. Hopefully it gets a little bit. Otherwise, it ain't going to be a good summer. So anyway, that's enough rambling. We got stuff to do. Well, look at that. It came back on again. So, I have no idea. It's been, 3 or 4 days it didn't work. It's worked fine ever since then until yesterday. Didn't work half of yesterday. Now it's working again. Yeah. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. Just got this thing on here. This bar was an issue. If I put the tank where I wanted it, that bar was right into the suction. So, kind of screwed that up. So, got some boards, mounted it to them. Can't hit there now. Strapped down, go to get the plug hooked up, or pump hooked up. And this bike up there has a regular 12-volt cigarette lighter plug. So, rigged up a plug for that, plug her in, hook her up. I gotta take that red basket off the front and get in there and change the fuse now. Story of my life. Didn't pop the 10 amp fuse that's in the plug that I got, but you know, I don't know why the pump. Yeah, they said outside, they still work. They just don't want to work now. Shows a direct short. I don't know why, so I'm gonna take the tail end off and see. But since the last clip, went in, had lunch in a nice cool trailer. It was 90 degrees at noon, and it's still like 78 in the trailer at that point in time. Go to come back out, and Tylen was walking over to the house and looks down. Right down there. Sees a yearling heifer standing there. There's really no physical way for Wally's group to be able to get to that point without coming kind of past the trailer. I found it back there just this side of where the swather's parked. Somebody must have pushed her against the wires, knocked the bottom wire off the insulator, knocked the third wire insulator off, and I could see where she walked out. So anyway, that was a fun one, because it's like, okay, how many more are not there? And at first I only counted 8, and there's supposed to be 14 total with Wally, counting Wally. Yeah, we got lucky, it was just her. Fence is fixed, she's back where she belongs, she was happy to get there. And then I ran into this. Thought I had it made. Yeah, I really don't want to pull that basket off the front to get in there, but that's the only way to get to those fuses. Story of my life. They make these nice motors. There's actually a rubber seal around here. This end doesn't have one, but you know. All that nice stuff, that's what come out of the inside. It didn't want to turn, and then I got the rust broke loose, and now it turns. I probably should have finished pulling this end off. I pulled this end off and got a hold of the shaft and broke it loose and cleaned it out. This end, it didn't want to cooperate. But by magic, it doesn't sound the best. Bearing in here that the pump actually rides on, it was kind of fudged up. I had to break it loose. Sprayed some fluid film around it. Maybe some gets in it, maybe it don't. The bearing didn't show any sign of getting water to it, but you know. Anyway, it is spinning now, so if I put something in the tank, it should pump it. You really hate to buy just the pump, because you buy a whole tank and pump and hose and wand for about $50 less than just the frickin' pumps. Get them on sale at the farm store. But anyway, I think that's going to work. It's going to work as long as it does. When it quits, it quits. When it quits, you know, find something else. So now I kind of worry about that one sitting out there. That's the foam mark for the sprayer. Although the motor's sitting in a different position, but still, same deal. But I just thought that was kind of cute. I mean, they seal it, but they don't seal it to keep water out, it's to keep water in. I don't know. I think that's actually the first one we ever had that sat out in the weather and filled full of water. It was up to about here by the marks on the inside. But that is what it is. And yeah, I'm sweating my arse off. But I got this part now. I just got to get power from the bike again. because I'm cheating. That's a crap battery, but it's got juice in it, and it probably isn't running over 10 volts, but it's spinning a 12 volt motor just fine. Get 12 volts, decent 12 volts to it. It might not sound so bad, I don't know. There's something else I played with today. Last year I started taking one of those buckets and took the top off an old fly trap and put it in it and was trying to fix it up like one I'd seen on YouTube or TikTok, one or the other, maybe both, where they put 4 circles in like in here and had screen there so the flies could, I guess, see out and attract other flies. I don't know. Anyway, I got to thinking after I got that in here, I was just going to glue just the lid in the center and call it good. And I thought, got plenty of these laying around. This one happens to be translucent, which I think may help them. I don't know. We're going to try it anyway. And a little Gorilla Glue that, that stuff kind of expands and goes everywhere. It said clamp it together for 2 hours. If you notice the gap there by my thumbnail, that's actually because these come through. They're kind of plastic riveted, I guess you'd say. The end of the plastic comes through there and it's swedged over. So I go to do it and wait a minute, it ain't gonna fit, so I had to put more glue in so it would make contact. The glue has done what it was gonna do, but it says, clamp it together or wait it for 2 hours. Well, it had 2.5 hours. I touched one of these globs and it wasn't dry, but I can knock that stuff off and put some water in there. And I happen to have a deal of attractant out of one of the traps I'm going to throw in there, and we're going to see how fast it fills full of flies.